Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon messages. This is a peace dealer, moon in Sagittarius, sun in Taurus. This is the 8th house transit that near to the end of the transit will activate the transformation cycle, which is important to speak on a little bit because, of course, astrology is more based off of mathematical calculations. Astrology is really science once again, and we know math is the language of science. And so once again, this is an amazing opportunity to look at this craft as more of a mathematical smorgasbord of geometric patterns that through this allow us to understand what's happening. So when you hear people say the planets don't affect you like that, that's not what astrology is about. They're only half right. It's not because the planets from far off are emitting waves. Is because they make mathematical angles in their relationship to the sun's relationship to the equator. And obviously, once again, if lunar cycles can affect tides just like they'll affect the water within us, then it's not far off to really postulate or accept and affirm that the mathematical angle between the moon and the sun when it's full versus quarter square, and Pluto's transit with the Earth's transit around, revolving around the sun, doesn't have certain, as above, so below themes. Now, interpretation, one's ability to see those mathematical angles and interpret it now becomes an art form, because the way I interpret it is going to be different than the way you interpret it. And this is where we blend subjectivity with objectivity. So it will be accurate if someone did interpret the charts to say that's just your subjective opinion. But what's objective is the fact that the moon is transiting Sagittarius in the constellation of Scorpio. The moon right now is in the constellation of Scorpio. So don't let people who do not have 10,000 hours reading natal charts, cannot tell you the first thing about the difference between a trine and a sextile, tell you that, oh, the precession of the equinoxes makes astrology bunk because the signs have changed. The stupid deception. Those are people who have not understood that constellations are not zodiac signs. Okay, in fact, technically, it's in the constellation of Ophiuchus. And certain people, once again, mistake the constellation of Ophiuchus for a zodiac sign. There's only 12 zodiac signs, my friend. Okay, that being said, the sun is 25 degrees. It's going to be 26 degrees. The moon is about 1 degree Sagittarius. By the time the moon starts to transit 25, 26, 28 degrees, classically, that's a 270 degree quincunx, following the 180 degree full moon. Okay, that quincunx is what's going to activate this understanding of the ascension, moon in Sagittarius, of what your natural values and your physicality. Sag is all about sight, but Taurus is the physical senses that allow you to see, right? That allow you to sense. Sagittarius helps you see. Taurus helps you sense. Sagittarius teaches you that you don't see from your two eyes. You sense visual phenomena from your two eyes, but you see with your mind. Okay? Gemini is a mind. You see with your mind, but you sense the physicality through Taurus. You're fundamentally transforming your understanding of your vision. And you're also transforming your understanding of how to see physical changes in your body and transformations in your body. This is manifesting the Scorpio moon understanding of transformation with a completion, as this eclipse helped us unlock complete transformation. And once again, as I'll mention every new moon, all right, from the new moon to the first quarter square, where we're planting seeds and those seeds break through the ground, that's activation. Well, after integration from third quarter square or first quarter square to the full moon, we harvest, baby. The harvest from full moon to third quarter square is now harvesting the crops you've planted. What did we plant with the new moon, and what did we activate? New value, new money, new energy, which is going to give way to new abilities. And so we're harvesting that transformation right now. And so as the moon goes through Sagittarius, you want this to allow you to ascend your understanding of the vision that goes into how valuable you understand and see yourself. And because of this eighth house aspect, psychological indicators of shadow aspects in your collective as it pertains to you will be revealed. This is where you're going to gain considerable insight into the realer nature of how people really feel about you, what people really think about you. It's easy for people to pretend or maybe even fool themselves to believe that they like you. You smile on my face, but are you happy for me? It's very easy for someone to say they love you, but they patronize and support people who have actively hurt you because it benefits them to do it. They're not necessarily as attached to what you're going through. And so these indicators psychologically let you know what boundaries to draw and who to keep around you. Many people are around you because they are agents sent to keep tabs on you. And they may not even be consciously aware of the fact that they are possessed sleeper cell agents that are meant to inspire you with certain ideas that drift you and distract you along your path. But you also have people in your path who are sent by angels who, on their own accord, wish you well and actually help you stay aligned to your path. So I'm not trying to say this to have you paranoid. This is all about seeing the boundaries you need to draw, which is as simple as who do you see honors your value and undermine your value and respects it or disrespects it. And these are going to be things that are not spoken. These are things that you're going to see. The moon in Sag is going to trine Chiron, but that square to Neptune can frustrate a lot of what you see if you forget that things are not at all what they seem. If you forget that you need to believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, then you'll be safe from taking or leaping to conclusions without the details. There's no Virgo energy. So be very wary of seeing things and leaping to conclusions without proving that it's factual first. Because Sagittarius, especially with the moon, is going to give you understanding of what you're visualizing, but that Neptune square does not give you the full context. The Neptune square is looking at an M upside down. You don't know it's a W because you're looking at it as a different perspective versus an M upside down or a W upside down, which is probably going to be an M, right? So this is really key, as this is really going to challenge. Obviously, squares like this are important too, as we're adjusting focus, because it's helping you understand the metaphysical dynamics behind what you're seeing, but it's also going to open you up for deception. Be wary of people who may show you screenshots of what someone said, but you don't know that that person photoshopped that screenshot. This is photoshopping screenshot energy, y'all. This is photoshopping or faking, using holographic imagery to give you the impression that what you're even viewing in your reality is even real. Okay, this is blue screen, green screen technology that is weaved in with deceptive rhetoric to harp on your reaction and get you to make a decision quickly. The way you can test if this is real is, does it pass the test of time? Are people wanting to evoke a reaction instantly based on what they're showing you? They're finessing you. Are they going to give you time, maybe 2 weeks, to see how real it is? If they don't, they're finessing you. So just really keep that in mind. A lot of this transit is maybe even more positive than you would expect, because this is manifesting and harvesting coming into Gemini season and the third quarter square, the results of everything that you have sowed the seeds for. Harvesting is going to look like more energy, transformed values, physical evidence coming into the moon and Cap of your physical transformation. And coming into the moon in Sag, you are getting ready to understand the vision of what your abilities look like. By the time we're here with the full moon in Sagittarius and Gemini season, you'll literally be changing the game around magical spells you evoke and you see the results of. So it actually starts a little bit early here, where beforehand Many of you who've been unconscious or not as aware of certain attributes and qualities of your energy, right? Aries is power. The cardinal is power. Mutable signs like Gemini are abilities. So you can have fire power, right? You can have the ability to, you can have the power of fire where you can shoot fire from your palms. But abilities is how you express your power. Yeah, your power is fire, but I have the fire gun ability where I can shoot fire bullets, or I can shoot fire bubbles. That doesn't make sense. Or I have an ability where I can shoot a flamethrower. Different abilities show different consistencies in how we express our power. And between that is energy, the fixed sign quality of your own in Taurus, your body, or your own values, in order to, in between your power and abilities, express that through the strength of said abilities. And this is where there are natural qualities as a part to your own aura that you'll start to see the effects of. For example, we know you have firepower. We know your abilities is to shoot a flamethrower or a gun, but you're going to awaken to the fact that, okay, because I have firepower, I have the natural quality of fire, where I'm starting to see how everyone else is cold in the room, right? But I'm hot. See, this is subtle. Now that you know you have firepower, before Gemini season, where you actually now practice through Virgo to flesh out these abilities, you're noting distinct uniqueness, Uranus and Taurus, of the qualities, where because you have firepower, you don't get cold. What other people are freezing right now, you didn't even know it was cold out because your natural body produces fire, your heat, you're hot. Does that make sense? Natural qualities of your own body that align with your abilities. The moon in Sag is going to help you see, oh, snap. That's wild. I've unlocked so much more transformation. I'm starting to manifest seeing the causality between qualities of my own energy. Okay? And that's what's going to prepare you for Gemini season. Once you understand that quality, which will raise your value in yourself, to form new abilities coming into the new moon based off this. Because Mars is going to be on Jupiter, the sun is going to be on the moon, post the Kazemi we have starting Gemini season off. And this is you bringing into form new magical abilities because we've updated the power and quality we're operating with. There's psychological indicators and insights that will also reveal who around you is just, I don't want to demonize demons, but like demon possessed, evil. You'll be able to see the intent within people and trust what you see. Don't make excuses for people because they put on a mask. What the universe reveals to you, listen to who people tell you they are the first time. Many of you will be interfacing with people who think they're cooler than you because they're fucking stupid. And so don't stoop on their level and try and argue. They just want a reaction from you because insecure people need someone to feel better than. And as you level up and as you transform, it's going to evoke more intimidation and uncomfort because they're aware more than you in ways that you're leveling up outside of their ability to manipulate you, because they have mistaken manipulation for influence. These people never had true power. And so seeing you, who's always had it, it's making them feel a certain way. So don't let anybody talk to you any type of way. And people better watch what they say to you because people still getting popped by the day to day. All right, we do this all day. Shout out to Ye. Other than that, wow, it just flowed out. That's a straight channeling. Other than that, I hope y'all stay blessed. This is going to be very revelatory. And coming into that quincunx, that closing quincunx, is going to work to change the way you think about manifestation and how much more, as you're harvesting this transformation of your energy circulation and center, you stand in more value to yourself. Synchronicities that you see are not meant to confuse, but just to let you know you're going in a straight path, so don't overthink it. Because trust me, over the next couple of days, what you see, Moon and Sag, it's going to blow your mind. And this is all geared towards 8th house, transforming your values and how much more confidently you know you are and what value you bring to the table. Some of you, of course, are the table, but be on the lookout for, attempts to cross your boundaries and be willing to clap back as necessary. Godspeed. Peace.